Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Thank you. Tonight I'm going to speak about contests and conferences. First of all, I'm going to speak about overall conferences, overall contests, club contests, which are very important for us, and division contests. And at the end of the time, there will be some time for you to ask some questions if I haven't already answered them all. So, why do we have conferences? Why do we have conferences or contests? First of all, they're a tradition, a Toastmasters tradition. Each year, thousands of people all over the world enter these contests. They're very useful for speakers who want to gain more knowledge, gain experience, spread their wings, and especially for us here, get out of their comfort zone. It helps people meet their personal and professional goals, whether it's a Toastmaster goal or something that you're doing outside. Taking part or helping to run a contest will help you immeasurably. It also gives the audience a chance to see proficient speakers and to learn about different topics. And finally, for those who are organising and conducting the contests, it helps them in their leadership and to work in teams, which is something that's very important, which we learn a lot about here. Each year there are 4 contests, 2 in the spring, which is now, and 2 in the fall, which we know as autumn. The 2 in the fall now are the International Speech Contest and the Evaluation Contest. And in the fall, it's the Humorous Speech Contest and the Table Topics Contest. Toastmasters Worldwide is divided into districts, and we're in District 59, which comprises of 9 countries, 13 divisions, 57 areas, and 216 clubs. And right now, all around Europe, Western Europe, 216 clubs will be preparing for their club contest. So we're not alone in what we're doing just now. So how does it work? All contests start at club level. Then the winners of club level go up to the area. The winners of the area go up to the division. And the winners of the division go up to district. Now for 3 out of these 4 contests, that's where it stops. So that is the evaluation, the humorous, and the table topics. They stop at district level. You don't go any further. But the International Spring Speech has another 2 stages. After district, it goes up to the semi-finals, and then you can join, if you're lucky enough, the 10 World Championship speakers, which takes place in America in August. And the winner of that is the World Champion Speaker. And nowadays you can see these on Facebook. You can see the speeches, because sometimes, and it happens in a contest, you think, well, why did she win and he didn't win? So look at some of these contests, see if you can find out why. Look at the things that the judges are looking for at that level and see if you can find out why they won. Okay. There are 4 components of every contest. Can anyone tell me what they are? Sorry? 4 components of a contest?
Evaluators?
Well, judges,
contestants,
contest
chair,
roles in general.
timekeeper.
No, he was part of the roles. No. The one that everybody forgets. The audience. That's you guys. That's what makes the contest so exciting. You provide the buzz, you provide the feedback, you provide the excitement. You encourage the speakers to go on and do better and better. Without an audience, it's not much of a contest, is it? I'm going to speak here, he's going to judge me, and that'll be it. It's the audience that gives it the buzz. So, let's look at these 4 different versions. Contestants. She's clever, she is. Eligibility. To be eligible to enter a club contest, you need to be a paid-up member of a paid-up club. And for the International Spring Contest, you need to have completed 6 speeches before entering the contest. Originality. Your speech must be substantially your own, and if you use anyone else's material, you must acknowledge that within your speech. Okay? Briefing. The contest chair will take aside all the contestants and brief them just before they enter the contest. So he will explain the lights, he'll explain the timing, he will explain the area that you can use as your stage. And that's the time when the order of contestants will be drawn at that briefing. Timing. Timing is so important. You know, as Jep has just told you, if you're 30 seconds under or 30 seconds over, you are disqualified. A few years back, I don't know if many of you know this, there was a lady called Olivia Schofield, who's in a German club. She won at club. She won at the area. She won at division. She won at district. She won at the semi-finals. She got through into being one of the top 10 World Championship speakers. But she got disqualified for being 15 seconds over her speech. And that's how it is. It's that brutal. We never know whether she would have had she could have been the world champion. 15 seconds over time. And that's why in every club, at every meeting, we impose how important the timing is. Especially, it's important anyway that you don't bore people to death. But it's also very important if you're going to enter contests. The other thing about timing is it starts from the first sound or the first signal. So if you walk up into the desk and you go, that's when the timing starts. If you're using music, the first note that is heard, that is when the timing starts. Props. In between each speech, there's a minute for the judges to do their judging. If you are going to use props, you have that minute before your speech to put them up and the minute after your speech to take them down. And if you need assistance, you have to organise that for yourself. It's not part of the Toastmasters' job to help you with your props. Any any disagreements or protests will be handled by the contest chair according to the contest rulebook. And please, don't take photographs while somebody's speaking. It's very, very off-putting. Also check that your phones are switched off. I can say from personal experience, it's very off-putting when somebody's phones ring. And badges. Now there seems to be some controversy about badges. Some people say it doesn't matter, other people don't. Any major contest I've been to, nobody wears badges. Though the rule book is not clear, it does not say either way. But it really is a matter of respect. Imagine you're going to do a speech, maybe your first contest, you haven't even done 10 speeches. And somebody walks onto the podium with their ACS and you think, oh, you've done 30 speeches and I haven't done 10. Not that it matters in a contest, but it's how people feel. People have to feel comfortable. The other important thing about club contests is if nobody volunteers, then the club can elect to put somebody forward to represent them. They can choose somebody and say, please, would you go and represent us at the area? But if even one person enters the contest, it must be judged as a contest. You can't just say, we've only got one entrant, he'll go on, he or she will go on. They could be disqualified on timing, on originality, on eligibility. So if they do enter, even one person entering a contest must be treated as a contestant. Now I've got to find my way back to where I was. Nobody that takes part in the running of a competition can be a judge in the same competition. Right? So if you're a chief judge, a runner, a counter, a timer, a sergeant at arms, anything, you cannot take part in the contest in this club. You could go to another club and be a judge in another club if you wanted, but you cannot be a judge and a contestant in the same club. Okay, judges. Judges also have to be eligible. To be a judge at a club, you just have to be a member. To be a judge at area, division and district, you have to be a paid-up member for 6 months, and you have to have also done 6 speeches, and you can't do it by video link. I guess somebody must have tried that, otherwise they wouldn't have put it in the rule book. You actually have to be there to be a judge. Okay, judges must be accurate, truthful, trustworthy, fair, knowledgeable, and a good listener. Helps. As a judge, you must never make any comment to anyone about the contest or the contestants, neither to the audience, other club members, and your ballots should be destroyed once they've been counted. All judges should, as far as possible, remain unknown. At club level, this is a bit tricky, but as you go further up the scale, you don't know who the judges are. Now, just as there's a contestant chair to run the contest, there's a chief judge who actually has nothing to do with judging the contestants. He or she is the person that advises and proposes the voting judges, the timers, the runners, and the counters, and he also briefs them. He or she will elect a tie-breaking judge, and this tie-breaking judge shall remain hidden. That's why it's sometimes known as a hidden judge. And that person, in order to stay hidden, will not at all appear at the briefing. Okay? And that's just in case amongst all the other judges there is a tie break, then that tie-breaking judges will be brought in. He or she will collect the counter summary sheets and the recorded times and handle disqualifications according to the rule book. Okay, that's that for judges. Okay? But it's quite a serious job being a judge. I mean, maybe not so much at contest level, but the further up it goes, the more serious it gets. People put a lot of effort and money into becoming the world champion speaker, so they really are strict on all the rules, not rules. Okay, contest chair. Contest chair is the person who has the overall responsibility for the organisation and running of the contest. On the evening of the contest, they will be the person who does the briefing, who, hang on, what does he do? No, he doesn't do that. Does the briefing and announces the winners after he has checked the times, that there's been no time disqualifications. The other bit of confusion is a contest Toastmaster. In theory, sometimes these jobs can be done by one person, usually at club level. But the contest chair is the person in charge, and he can be behind the scenes and he can be here, he or she can be here if he wants. But if he hands over responsibility for some of his jobs on the actual day, then they're both called the contest chair and neither of them can take part in the contest. Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms does what Sergeant at Arms do. They check out the room, they check the lights, they check everything's working, and they always have good backup or standbys in case of equipment failure. Counters. Counters, funny enough, they count out what the judges have given them. From the judge's ballot, the counters count them up and they say, right, this person got so many votes there first, this person got so many votes there second, etc. And there's 2 of these at area level, 3 at other levels. Timers. Timers, funny enough, they do the timing. And again, there should be 2 or 3 of them. At club level, there should always be one to watch the timing machine and the other one to actually make the notes. Runners. In the evaluation contest, there will be a test speaker. This is what we're going to do tonight. There will be a test speaker. After that speaker has finished, the runner will escort all the contestants out of the room, where they have 5 minutes to compose their answers. Then when the time comes back, the runner will go out, bring the first person in with his or her papers, and collect all the papers from everybody else, so there's no unfair advantage. And then as each person is called in, they will be given their papers to come back, as they come back in. Now, that's us covered contests. Okay? The higher up the chain you go, area, division, district, etc., the rules don't change that much, except in the judging. The judging is a little bit different, but we don't need to go into that tonight. But we are doing the division contest. Walk the talk in Mallorca. Everybody in our division will be coming here. That's something like 20 clubs will be coming here to do the division contest. One level below the district contest where the whole of Europe comes. So this is a great honour. It's a lot of hard work, as we know, but it is great fun. Our club, 22nd, 2 weeks away. Barcelona, 18. Back to Mallorca again, walk the talk. Then on to district. Okay? How many of you have volunteered to be in our contest? We're getting there, but 2 weeks' time, she should have a list full of people. They should be fighting to be contestants. This is a great opportunity. It's hard work, but it really challenges you if you're a speaker, because I tell you, we're quite isolated here in Mallorca, and we kind of get to know each other, really. I mean, we do judge fairly and everything like that, I hope. But it's not until you get to area, not until you get outside this island that you go, wow, there's some serious speakers around. Challenge yourself, get out of this little comfort zone we have. We need help. And really, why I want you guys to do something in our club is because we're hosting the division. And how cool is it going to be if our club shows the rest of them how it's done? We know we're a great club. We want to show them that we're a great club. Okay, for more detailed information, download this. This is the contest rulebook, number 1171. Everything you need is in there. It's free. Download it, read it, but you do need to, if you're taking part, and especially if you're an organizer, one of the roles, you really need to know. Because you get there and you think everybody will know, and you sometimes find out you're the only one that does.